Hello everybody, my name is Don Oakrill and this is my slide presentation on the summary of my literature review on work-life balance and encouraging it in an organization. So in my introduction, I defined work-life balance. Here's one of my definitions that I found. Crooker et al. Defines work-life balance as the stability characterized by the balancing of an individual's life complexity and dynamism with environmental and personal resources such as family, community, employer, profession, geography, information, economics, personality, or values. In my literature review, I went over pros and cons on work-life balance, more specifically conflicts from work and home, best practices from home and organization, effects it had on an organization, and the effects it had on individuals. For references and sources, I utilized 16 references, 3 of them from research studies and 13 from journal articles. So the purpose of this literature review was to summarize and analyze ideas from sources and journal articles found in order to find information related to the research questions and topic of this paper. And here are my 3 research questions that I looked at. What is work-life balance? What conflicts hinder individuals trying to achieve a good work-life balance? And what are best practices that can be applied in an individual's work-life balance that can be encouraged in an organization? One of my sources defined work-life balance as how individuals choose to prioritize their work, family, individual, and community responsibilities. How one prioritizes is in part influenced by the availability and knowledge of work-life initiatives as well as the organizational culture where it may or may not be acceptable to use such benefits. My next question was, what conflicts hinder individuals trying to achieve a good work-life balance? So here I took examples from my sources, both pros and cons, first being cons, from each situation, whether it be at home and work, and here's what I came to find. So one source for home suggests that both men and women regard home as an additional place of work, while the workplace is often seen as a haven. And this is due in part with, like, let's say, childcare or care for elderly, which one of my sources stated in their research. Another one, an example for work, would be overflowing workloads, chaotic work pace, and diverse responsibilities as contributing factors that perceive to show a lack of time to think, reflect, or process. So as far as overwhelming on work, that could also lead to conflict as far as work-life balance. Then I moved on and looked at best practices that can be applied in an individual's work-life balance that can be encouraged in an organization. So one of my sources, Rao, stated a balanced work life can likely improve overall psychological well-being as well as an increase in one's satisfaction at work and at home. This overall balance can lead to an increase in job satisfaction and commitment to one's organization. And here I found some examples that I utilized in my literature review. So one example from home would be to not take work home on a regular basis and set priorities for what goes home with you and how often. And for work, policies or practices that assist workers to maintain a healthy work-life balance, which is encouraged by managers. In conclusion, employee satisfaction and performance helps increase productivity and revenue, a more satisfied workforce, and ultimately happier shareholders. By balancing, one can increase employee satisfaction and their sense of security and job stability. One of my sources found that introducing increased supervisory support with greater work schedule flexibility resulted in decreased work-family conflict, with employees feeling more in control of their lives and an increase in life satisfaction. So with that being said, with proper balance in both life and work for both the individual and the organization, it can conclude positivity in the workplace and has positive long-term effects on organizations. And here are a list of my references.